I sometimes forget not a lot of people know yet just because it's been my reality for a really long time now. But I dropped out of college. I was studying medical biology in UST and stopped halfway into third year. And for the friends and classmates that do know, not a lot know why. Just because I wasn't focusing on explaining myself to others, so I'll try now. College life was great. Being put in a new world as an adult, living with roommates, exploring Manila, joining orgs, flirting, sharing the struggles of commuting but not commuting itself, and just the wins and losses as students. I wasn't a great student, but I really loved science and a lot of what I was learning. I love learning, it's a magical feeling when things make sense, like when I can understand a conversation in my Mandarin lessons when 30 minutes ago I had no idea what they were saying. However, I also would rather not have bothered with some parts I felt weren't as important to me. I feel like we all have parts of college that we weren't interested in or weren't really related to what we were there for. I wanted to be a college science teacher and focus on my ability to teach rather than something like chemistry, which I failed multiple times. But I'm not saying chemistry or any other extra subjects weren't important to my course. That's just the solution for a one size fits all plan that colleges. When physical classes got suspended on March, school said we had three tasks and the exam to do till the end of the semester on May. But if we weren't able to submit, we actually had till December. So, what did I do? I thought, why hurry? The closer December came, the more the pain of inaction made itself known. So, I began to ask myself, why put it off so much? You know, these are the things that I'm expected to be doing when I'm a professor or a researcher. If there's so much resistance to do the work and I didn't have great grades to begin with, was this really the best path? There's a strong feeling that I was out of place and I could be around work I had more of an impact with. So, a week before finals, after a lot of thinking and really, really being not happy, I decided to stop attending college. I emailed my professors I wouldn't be submitting my work and thanked them. They wished me well. So, by failing most of my prerequisite subjects, I also failed most of my current subjects. It's been a long while since I've been living life and I'm okay. I recognize it's a privilege to say that I can drop out of school and not really be pressured to, make a living or provide yet, especially in the time we're in. Thanks to my family for that, but also for just being really understanding about the situation I was in. Also, I'm not really saying I made the right decision. A college degree really is worth something. I probably have greater opportunities in life, but I think even without a degree, a a fulfilling life is still completely possible. I've heard of so many people not have the best reasons for going to college, which turns to so much pessimism about classes, which shouldn't be normal. Learning is supposed to encourage the curiosity within us. Although I'm saying all of this, and we all have different circumstances. For a lot of people, school works for them and it's great, but for me, it didn't feel right. I think half of the goal of college is to complete your academics in a high level, and the other half is to just experience the moments that sort of environment offers. I think I did the latter successfully. I also discovered after simplifying my life, like without school, a relationship, nor work, is I actually had a really bad relationship with myself. My ego was in a weird place. I had really bad habits. My days weren't structured and I'd just fire by the hip. I can't say I fixed everything in my life now, but it's nice trying. So far, I've basically been on a gap year of sorts, just really taking in the freedom. But after a while, too, that gets pretty boring. When I was in school, I used to think how great it would be to just play video games all day, every day, but it's not as fun as it once was. And honestly, pretty lonely since I was alone not being in school. So I've been working on learning skills like learning Mandarin, trying to edit videos, figure out investing, and try to make good habits and planning a few projects. But really, when people ask me, what's next, what's the plan, honestly, I don't know. And I think that's okay. So much about what this whole time has shown me is that there's a lot of uncertainty, and I'm not sure if the pandemic never happened, I would have never dropped out. And if you told me that if I just put in the effort, I would have graduated, I would agree. But we're here now, and we're just moving forward. I'm discovering since I have nothing much to do, I end up thinking about my life more, like what I value, what I want, and who I want to be. A part of me is a bit sad that that part of my life is cut a bit short, but I'm also pretty excited about what's next, what's to come. Just me and helping everyone get to our most meaningful work. I always thought that I would handle dropping out great, and I haven't lost my desire to teach nor just be a part of something bigger than myself. And finally, I know usual thought when people move away or graduate, and in my case, drop out, is that we'll never see that person again. But I believe I'll see my friends soon enough. I plan to make an effort, and I'm just really excited. So I think everyone has the same thought. So, thanks for watching. One thing I learned from making this video is I actually have a lot to say, so maybe next time.